Welcome to my Q&A. When did you start playing bass? I started playing bass around Christmas time 2017, so about 6 years now, coming up 7. Can you make a bass cover of Panic Attack by Dream Theater? I've been asked to cover Dream Theater songs for such a long time. I have done Untethered Angel a while ago. It might be about a year or 2 years ago now. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yes, I can make a cover of Panic Attack by Dream Theater. Just hit the follow button on my Instagram. You'll be very sure to see it soon, hopefully. If you could be in a music video, which one would it be? That's an interesting one, Eva, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I would have loved to have been in You Only Live Once by Suicide Silence, because that part where they're all getting shot towards the end of the video or during one of the breakdowns, it's one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen. Favorite band / song at the moment. People ask me this question all the time, and to be completely honest, I'm at a point now where I don't really listen to one dedicated. I'll put on a Spotify playlist, and then any song that I like, I'll just click the like button, the love heart button, and it adds it to my liked songs playlist, and that's what I listen to on the day-to-day basis. But right now, my favorite artist and my favorite song is Powerwolf from Germany, and Dancing with the Dead. Top 5 bass players. So, I've thought about this because I'm usually asked like top 3 bass players, but top 5 bassists. On my personal preference, Jacob Umansky from Intervals, Danny Hauser from Veil of Maya, Adrian from After the Burial, Toby Peterson from The Omnific, of course, and Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse, purely for that 3-finger technique. When did you first fall in love with the bass? So, this is an interesting question, and I get asked this quite a lot. My interest for the bass guitar came from high school. I played drums in a rock band. We didn't have a name or anything. It's whatever. Well, there was another band playing in the school at the time. Now, I'd seen the bass guitar dotted around the music classrooms. I never knew what the instrument actually was. I always assumed it was a guitar, but with 4 strings, just like everybody else. But when I heard this bassist playing this instrument, he wasn't an influence to me by any means, and he certainly wasn't the shreddiest of bassists that I've ever heard. But the sound of the instrument intrigued me quite a lot, and so I did some research, and I saw Davey 504's videos, and I saw some of Rob Scallon's content, and I was like, yeah, I think I know which instrument I want to play next. What is the best way to promote music? This is an interesting one. I am honestly not the best for answering questions like this, but if I had no other choice, I would say make sure you build your online social media presence to the best of your ability. Make it as big as humanly possible. The more numbers you have on social media, i.e. followers, post likes, the more traction your songs will get on Spotify. So, yeah, man. These next questions have come from Facebook. Taylor Swift or Britney? I assume that's Britney Spears. Taylor Swift, definitely. Believe it or not, Taylor Swift was one of the first artists I ever really got into. That was around the same time I was into artists such as Rag & Bone Man, 21 Pilots, Eminem, and I'm still a huge fan of all of them artists, but I would have to say Taylor Swift. What inspired you to make music? Who are your biggest musical influences? What skills does a bassist require? What is your best / worst gig you've ever played? So we'll start with the first question, obviously. What inspired you to make music? To put that simply, other musicians and listening to music that I really resonate with. It made me want to create that sort of sound for myself, and I'd like to think I'm doing an okay-ish job. Who are your biggest musical influences? In terms of Steel Mage, our main influences are bands like Lorna Shore, Ginger, Chelsea Grin, Fit for an Autopsy, bands like that. Me personally, it's more Shadow of Intent, Lorna Shore, Powerwolf. What skills does a bassist require? Bassists rely heavily on stamina and strong hands. I think that's just a given, really. You require a lot of accuracy, staying on time. As the bass is a rhythm instrument, it's important to ensure you are on beat with the drums. I could delve deeper into why drums and bass are so importantly intertwined, but that's a whole other video. What is the best slash worst gig you've ever played. So the best gig I've played, it was earlier this year with Ingested, and it was at Razzmatazz 2 in Barcelona. That is hands down the best show I've ever played. Sold out. I believe Lamb of God played there about a week prior to ourselves. I was quite starstruck to play that show. The worst gig I've ever played, it was somewhere in Sheffield last year, and it was basically bands watching bands, which isn't always a bad thing, but the turnout was so horrendous. It was on the worst day of the week, and the weather coming, because I'm from Manchester, so in order to get to Sheffield, we go over the Snake Pass, over the mountains, and the weather was horrendous. It was pissing it down with rain. The turnout was crap. The sound was crap. It just wasn't a very good show. The set times were all over the place. Bands were late. The promoter didn't really know what he was doing, where he should have been, what time everyone was supposed to be performing. It was just a bit of a terrible show. After you are done doing the dishes at home, do you leave the sponge next to the sink, or do you wring it out and put it in the sponge dish? We have a dishwasher, but I would wring the sponge out after cleaning it, like any other normal person should. Will Dystopian Sun ever get a chance to open for you? Certainly. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I have no idea. Let's have a look. Oh, Sonny, I don't know where you got this question from, but the average cruising airspeed velocity of an unladen European swallow is roughly 11 meters per second, or 24 miles an hour. Are you happy now? Ethan Amos asks, how many Richmond thick pork sausages can you fit in? Oh my God. Is there anything in the music life that you regret? Not massive things, really. Just things like if I've created some kind of content, whether it's an Instagram post or a YouTube video, I've been really proud of it, and then I've not pushed it as much as I could have done, maybe. Little things like that. Sometimes opportunities come up with bands, like gigs and shows and session jobs, and I have to sometimes turn them down for undisclosed reasons, but opportunities like that could potentially be career or even life-changing. It's quite annoying and unfortunate, but these things do happen, sadly. But the biggest regret for me has to be, I wish I had learned to read sheet music for the bass guitar right from the get-go. If I'd learned to read sheet music 6 years ago, I would probably be doing my dream job right now. So yeah, take this and apply it to your own playing and your own progress. Don't make the mistakes that I did. If you are an aspiring session bass guitarist, please take it from me. Learn sheet music as early as you possibly can. It is so important. Like, subjectively, it depends what kind of jobs you want to do, but for what I wanted to do originally, reading sheet music was absolutely vital. It is absolutely vital, and I wish I had done so. But yeah, the last question is, why do some people dip their pizza in mayonnaise? I don't know. Maybe for the same reason I dip my pizza in ketchup. I don't know. I'm the wrong person to be asking questions like this, but I hope my answer helped. Anyway, that's the end of this Q&A. I really appreciate all your questions. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and if you hit the link down below, you will find a link to my Instagram account, profile, whatever. If you follow me on there, you will make me very happy. So yeah, in the meantime, have an amazing rest of the day, and I shall catch you very soon.